Welcome to Houston, Texas at Daikin Park. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend set. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Houston Astros. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And we got a rubber match on our hands today, partner.
Yeah, the final game of a three-game set. They've split the first two, and regardless of how important a series is within the larger picture of the season, it's a game you want to get up for. Every series win feels good, so we should see a fun matchup in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Coming up on the first pitch, and on the hill, Ronel Blanco. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of, tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Leon settles under this one and makes the grab. One away. Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. In the sixth spot for them in this one, Luis Robert Jr.
And Boog, he's a fun at bat to watch. I mean, definitely a threat whenever he's got that bat in his hands. But for me, it's all about the mechanics. They're so sound. And when he gets his foot down on time and starts his swing, so much consistency, that bat stays in the zone for a long time, and he squares up the baseball a lot.
And first offering is fouled off. One out, base is empty. Swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
One down, base is empty. Not
1-2.
close with that one, and it's 1-2. Upstairs. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Left-hand batter waits.
Batting third, center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong.
So a man at first. Pete Crow Armstrong getting ready to hit. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. And the first offering is not close. Late with the swing there.
I think he was sitting
One
off
ball,
speed there.
one strike.
On the ground, could be two. Quickly to second for one. Over to first, safe. Here's Kyle Tucker. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. That one misses,
that's a ball.
and that is ball one. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out.
Runner on the move, pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. And that's another stolen base for the league leader.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a two-out RBI.
Runner at second, two down. Here in the rubber match of this three-game series. Pitch
Ball
misses
two.
there, and that's ball two.
2-1.
And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he got away with the mistake right there. A curveball that backed up a little bit, stayed high in the zone. You won't want to throw that one again.
Two now. And a swing and a miss. And that's that.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back here at Daikin Park. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Sandy Alcantara. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Yeah, his batting average against is actually better when he's in a jam. So we'll see if he continues to dance his way out of danger.
Bottom of the first. And stepping in for the Astros, Jeremy Pena. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Alcantara, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a changeup, a four-seamer, a slider, and he occasionally uses a curve. Next offering is in for a strike.
0-2.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a good eye there.
Really nice slider right
One
there,
ball,
sweeping
2 strikes.
across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. That's down and in.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
On the ground right side, and that chance handled. Fires over to first. One gone, bottom half of the first. Now we check out the Astros lineup. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, Jake Myers.
And Boo, you and I were talking about him before the game. He's got good speed, and if you watch him in this game, he's that type of guy that's very smart. He doesn't have this just eye-popping speed, but he knows how to use it, and he's very intelligent on the base pass to get to the next base, to get around the bases, and ultimately score runs.
Mauricio Dubon, batting with one down, takes a strike. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Well, as a hitter, you're hoping that the command on that sinker doesn't come until later in the ball game. But if that's how it's going to be all day, it's going to be a tough one for the offense.
That's outside. And a count 1-2.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
That's inside, and the count's even at 2. And they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Ground ball right side. Bichette handles, throws the first. Here tonight, an efficient start to the home first, 2 away.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. 2 for 8 in the series so far. There's a strike.
No balls, 1 strike.
Two out, space is empty. Ball one there. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. Pitch misses inside. 2-2. And that just misses.
Full count.
Swing and a ground ball. Fires over to Guerrero. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing there for Houston. Scoreless after 1. Back here in Houston, new inning getting started. So up now for Chicago, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Here's the 0-2. Cut on and lifted in the air. Myers makes the grab, and there's one down. And now here's the big center fielder, Luis Robert. Robert went off for 2 homers in his last game. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
One down, base is empty. Strike two. Joe McDonald doing the home plate duties here.
Well, Joe's an interesting one. I'm always trying to figure out what exactly his zone is. It feels like it kind of moves around from game to game, sometimes inning to inning.
The 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. No score here in the second. Next pitch is outside. And that's in the dirt.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Now it's 3-2.
Full count.
Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
2 down, base is empty. Bo Bichette up to the dish with 3 hits and 4 runs batted in the series. First pitch misses.
1 ball, no strikes.
Fastball for a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
1-2.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing across here this half. Now to the bottom of the second. We're tied 0-0. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's Christian Walker. Walker was crushing in his last game, hitting 3 home runs.
3 homer games don't grow on trees, Boog. There aren't even 150 players in MLB history who've done it more than once. So what he did in that last game was really impressive.
And that is downstairs. And it's 1-0. A little bit low.
2-0 count. You really don't want to give in here. You got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
On the ground, right side. Gets it to first. Out. And a quick out, number 1. And now Isaac Paredes. And there's the strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. That missed by a lot. Now 1-2. And that one is inside. And the slider just misses.
Full count.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. That's out to center field. Gets down, base hit. He saw a lot of pitches in that at-bat and found a way to win the battle.
Nice at-bat right there. Not just the result, but also seeing a lot of pitches. Made him really work out there on the mound. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Runner on at first with one gone. Vic Caratini at the plate.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. No hits over his last 5 games.
That clips the corner. Paredes, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground to third, and it stays fair. The throw to third, and the throw's offline, safe at third.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Now it's Brendan Rodgers. 3 for 9 of the series coming in. Check swing, appeal to first. No, he held up.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
And that one fouled off. Runners at the corners, one away. Bottom half of inning number 2. In the dirt.
2-2.
Caratini into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
With 2 on and 1 out, you're just hoping you can get a double play ball to get yourself out of the inning. But now you've really got some work to do. Need a big strikeout here.
Towards first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Jake Myers up next for the Astros. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2.
How many times have we seen an early at bat change the course of a game? It happens every night in baseball, and maybe it happens again here.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
2 outs, 2 in scoring position here in the 3rd and final game of the series. In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. Two on, 2 outs. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Skips in, and excellent work to corral that one. Could have been dangerous. Struck him out looking.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Well, here we go. Top of the 3rd, scoreless game. So up now for Chicago, Colt Keith. Keith getting to start at the hot corner in the 8th spot in today's lineup. And they traded for him earlier this year. Just missed.
1 ball, no strikes.
And that's a little bit high. Now 2-0.
2-0.
That one laced to center and a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. That ball was absolutely ripped. 111 off the bat. And I'm pretty sure it started to whistle after it left the bat.
I think I heard that too, Boog. And these are the moments we appreciate when we can look at StatCast and just see exactly what the data is. Always so much fun to see what numbers pop up.
The batter now is Reese McGuire.
Ball.
That one at 95 missed up top. And that's ball 1. Top of the 3rd, no score. Foul ball there. Pitch
That's a
misses.
ball.
2-1. Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. And there's one down.
Now batting, shortstop, Trey Turner.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. And the batter will be the shortstop, Trey Turner. He's 0 for 1. Right through there for a strike.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
That's in there, and the count is 0-2.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
That one ripped right center field. That's back. Tattooed and gone. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 2-0.
His confidence is through the roof with the way he's been swinging it lately. He's on a really good run. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
One down. Here's Riley Green. 1 for 1 with a single so far. First pitch just misses.
1-0.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. Out towards left center. Leon on the move to the alley. They got it for out number 2.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
2 outs, base is empty. Now a chance for Pete Crow Armstrong. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. Tap foul at the plate. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
0-2.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Cubs had 2 on this homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back at the ballpark, and in this series it has been ugly on the mound as we look at the numbers. Alcantara back to work. There's a strike.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Swings through that.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And the 0-2. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
So digging in, Jeremy Pena. He's 0 for 1. There's a strike.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
One down, base is empty. Line drive, speared at first, and he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, center fielder, Mauricio Dubon.
Here's Mauricio Dubon. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. Missed with a changeup. Ball 1. Tapped softly on the ground. Guerrero steps on the bag, and the Astros put down in order. Astros are down quietly. They're still down. It's 2-0. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. And a swing and a miss.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And a swing and a miss there.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
One, two.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Just misses
outside.
with that one. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Two now.
Full count.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy's just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now flied to right his first time. And that one fouled off.
You know, these Cubs doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. There's 1 and 2. In time to first for the double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
And now it's Luis Robert.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set him up to do more damage later in this game.
And a good fastball to start him off.
No ball.
That's strike 1.
Strike.
The delivery to Robert. Check swing, trying to hold up, now an appeal to first. No swing. That's off the inside corner, and it's 2-1. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4.
No.
Next offering is in for a strike.
3-1 count, saying to himself, I've got to get a fastball here. Just spins a get me over breaking ball to bring the count full.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Cubs are down quietly. They're up 2-0. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, these Astros just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone?
Swing and a ball hammered left field. Grabs it right up against the wall.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Christian Walker up next for the Astros. Grounded out his first time up. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
No balls. 2 strikes.
That one not close. Now 1-2. Next offering is outside. And it remains 2-2.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
a swing and a miss. That K is his third of the game.
Such a challenge when a guy's got great velocity. He's throwing a slider over 90 miles per hour. You want to be ready to hit that fastball, but that late break just eats you up every time.
Next to hit, Isaac Paredes.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
One strike.
And a foul ball. Grounds one to short. Turner whips it across. Out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing there for Houston. They trail it here 2-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Activity in the Houston bullpen. Bennett Sousa, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Dubin getting cranked up as well. And that one is in for a strike at 95. And the count is 1-1. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
One down, base is empty. And that one is lifted in the air. Dubon sizing this one up. 2 down. Two down, base is empty. And up next for Chicago, Reese McGuire. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Yo, 1.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you'd have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit and not an easy one to throw either.
1-2.
Breaking ball inside. And the count 1-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Offense held in check there. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the Cubs 2 and the Astros nothing. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. That misses, and that's ball one.
Well, these Astros showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Starter's leash has to be getting tighter with his pitch count where it is, but so far he's been really effective in this one.
There's a strike.
You know, sometimes it just takes getting to the bullpen in order to be able to score runs, and that might be the case today.
Comebacker to the mound. Slings to first, and that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth. And next is the designated hitter, Brendan Rodgers. Grounded out his first time up. And a foul ball. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Jake Myers. Went down on strikes his first time through. Fought off foul. Strike two. Rodgers leads off first with one away. This one in the dirt. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Out to short. They get the force, and that will end the inning. One left for Houston, and they're down 2-0. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Bennett Sousa.
And he's been really shutting down hitters from the right side of the plate this year. Not a lot of hard contact, not a lot of hits, period.
Turner in the box for the third time today as he takes that one off the plate.
You know, these Cubs really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen. And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
Fastball for a strike. And it's 3-1. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Pena moving under this one. Puts it away for the out.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Riley Green will hit next. 1 for 2. Green, 24 years old, and he was selected for the All-Star game last year. Strike one. Activity in the bullpen for Houston. Taylor Scott appears to be getting loose. That one the other way, and it stays fair.
That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Man at first, one away. Off the plate inside. And 1-1. That's inside. That one fouled off. 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Starting to go after it. Now we'll look down to third. No swing, says Freddie Ferguson. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Tucker now at the plate as he swings through strike one.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Ground ball,
That's a
left
foul
side,
ball.
and foul ball. And now 1-2. That one missed.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Two outs. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And a breaking ball misses outside.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Line drive, base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And there's the strike. Green on second. Tucker on at first with 2 down. That one almost got him.
Ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
First and second, 2 down. And we're the top half of the 6th. Vlad swings, drives one deep left field. Going back on this one. And it's off the top of the wall. 1 run across. Here's Tucker on his way to the plate. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. But they push across 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Cubs 3 and the Astros nothing. Back here in Houston, John Shelby with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Jeremy Pena. Alcantara back to work. Line drive. Makes the catch. 1 down.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Now the number 2 hitter, Mauricio Dubon. He's grounded out a couple of times. Now this is in the air down the line. Tucker really on his horse for it. Won't get to this one. It drops foul. The Astros trailing by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Outside low. Ball one. Foul ball. Out to center. Crow Armstrong should have it. He makes the catch, and there's two down. Two outs, base is empty. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. That one's upstairs, ball one.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
Two down, nobody on. He swings and fouls one off. And a rope into center field, base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Let that pitch get pretty deep on him, so I think he was looking to go the other way. It was off speed and inside, though, so a good adjustment to shoot it back up the middle.
Christian Walker now at the plate. Walker having more success against left-handed pitching this season, as might be expected. First pitch misses. Up the middle, Bichette. On to first.
He's out.
That ends the frame. So the Astros lead one. They trail it here 3-0. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Sean Dubin.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Luis Robert now, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swung on, belted. Myers raging back towards the wall, and it's off the foul pole for a home run. And they add on. It's 4-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Bo Bichette, the next Cub to hit. Hit in the air, right field. Myers settles under it and puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down.
Tell you what, I don't miss that old feature of Towles Hill here at Dyken Park. I used to be out there during batting practice, looking over my shoulder, hoping that they didn't hit one there during the ball game. And fortunately, they took it away after 2016. But when it was there, it was really tough to play center field, especially as a visiting player.
And first offering is fouled off. Missed
1-1.
inside with the curve.
Clearly didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
And the next pitch is way outside. That one fouled off. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. One out, base is empty, and a run in here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a base hit.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Here's Reese McGuire. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. Keith leads off first with 1 away. And another ball.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, you're going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
And that one clips the corner.
Backdoored him with the breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Back-to-back base hits, solid double down the line, and that was a pretty decent pitch that he just turned on. Not really out over the plate. It was inside, but he was more than ready to get that bat through the zone.
Trey Turner with a chance now. His 2-run homer back in the 3rd was an important swing of the bat in this one.
Yeah, there's no doubt he helped set the tone fairly early, and certainly part of the reason why they've got the lead right now.
And there's a foul ball. One down, runners at second and third. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. That's a base hit as a run scores. To third, not in time. And it's runners at the corners with one gone.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Sean Dubin out of the game, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Brian King gets the ball now.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Riley Green digs in now. That one's in there. Strike 1. On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Got him. Now 2 out.
Well, I'd say he pretty much had to offer it that one. You don't want to leave it in the umpire's hands. Even though it ended up outside the zone, it still was close enough to where it looked like it could drop down right on that corner and get the call. Last thing you want to do is get punched out by the umpire knowing you could have at least fouled the pitch off and kept the at-bat going.
And now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. 0 for 3 in this one. That pitch clips the outside corner, and that's strike 1. Two aboard, 2 outs. And that is out of play. Two on, 2 outs. Next offering misses down and away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. They limit the damage here. So 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Cubs 5 and the Astros nothing. Back here at Dyken Park, set for the last half of the 7th. Down to third baseman, Isaac Paredes. Close, but call the ball. And that is ball 1. And that's in there at the knees.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
Ball to strike. The pitch.
1, 2.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
And that's off the inside edge. Ball 2. Good eye right there.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, he's starting to look a little gassed to me, and we'll see if they go to the bullpen in this spot or not.
Man at first, nobody out. Victor Caratini getting ready to hit.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Right through there for a strike. Runner at first with no outs here. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. So now here's the DH, Brendan Rodgers. In the dirt, but kept close. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Hit hard, base hit. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs. Now it's the right fielder, Jake Myers. Here comes the manager out of the Cubs dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Sandy Alcantara won't go any further, and he leaves with the bases loaded, so he'll look for some help from his teammate coming in behind him. New arm out of the bullpen, Porter Hodge.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Well, this is a tough situation with the bases loaded, but the healthiest mindset is just try to get outs, one hitter at a time.
And now the count is even.
1 ball, 1 strike.
All loaded up here, the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fought off foul. Myers stays alive. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. McGuire makes the grab, 1 down.
Oh, that's a frustrating at bat right there. Big opportunity and just missed it. I know he wanted to do some damage. Next guy will have to pick him up.
So up next, Pedro Leon. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Paredes on third. Caratini over at second. Rogers at first. One gone. Next offering is down low. And a weak ground ball to the left side. There's one. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double play.
Just trying to sneak one through with the bases loaded, but an excellent job by the defense to turn that one and get out of this jam.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Brian Abreu.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. A little bit high, and it's 1-0. And another ball.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
That one misses. Ball 3.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Man at first, and here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
First offering, and it just misses. There's a swing and a miss.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Nobody out. Runner at first. And he swings through that one.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
Got him looking. Fastball at the letters, frozen for strike 3.
No, that's not the best two-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Robert stands in now and watches strike 1.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter.
2 strikes.
Good eye in that spot. Strike 3, and that wins 2 in a row.
Well, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Bichette in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. And that drops in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Finds another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. 1 left for the Cubs, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Bottom of the inning. Here's the Astros leadoff man, Jeremy Pena. This one popped up, and it's caught for the out. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there, but not able to execute.
Yeah, I think he rushed it a little bit, and when guys rush, it can be a pop-up or it can be bunted right back at a position player.
And next to hit for Houston, Mauricio Dubon. And that misses, and that's ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Strike 3 went back to the sweeper and got the strikeout. Jose Altuve up next for the Astros. 1 for 3. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Popped up. Guerrero has this one sized up, and he makes the catch, and that's the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros, still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Taylor Scott gets the call from the pen.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
And here is Colt Keith.
Third baseman, Colt Keith.
Fastball for a strike at 95. Action in the pen down there. Lance McCullers Jr. up and loosening in the pen. Garcia also throwing. And there's a ball.
And now a little barking back towards the umpire. Clearly thought he got that outside corner on what was a pretty big pitch. Sometimes that only makes it worse for you moving forward, but it can also open up that location in the future if the umpire thinks there's a chance that he missed it.
The 1-1. Right through there for a strike.
1-2.
That misses the zone, and the count is even 2-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. That to right. Myers settles underneath it. One down.
Up next for the Cubs.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Reese McGuire. Scott in his third season, 32 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2011. There's the strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Gonna count 1-2.
No.
Too close for me, partner,
One
to take
ball,
that 0-2
two strikes.
fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. 2 down, bases empty. Trey Turner at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. First pitch just misses. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Swing and a foul out of play. So Trey goes down on strikes. So they go quietly there. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Cubs 5 and the Astros nothing. We head to the bottom of the 9th. And now the first baseman, Christian Walker. Hodge back to work. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Ball, no.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
Swing and a miss.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros. That's
Ball
off the
one.
mark. 1-0. The Cubs leading by 5. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Line drive caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
So it's their last chance in this one. So next up for Houston, Victor Caratini. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Right through there for a strike. This could end it. And 1-2.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Fly ball down the line. Turner on his horse. Can't get there. This one lands foul. Next offering misses, and it's 2-2. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Ripped to short. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Cubs win the rubber match of this 3-game series.
Well, I'm not sure if he expected to get 9 outs in this one, but he had the gas in the tank to get it done. Kind of a throwback save for this guy today, but helps the team get the win. As you can see, they're pretty happy about it, and they're celebrating his performance in this one.
5-0 the final in this one. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.